No, we got it. I was going to do a goofy joke with a stuffed elephant and say we're going to talk about the elephant in the room and then I was going to throw him into the pond.
Yeah.
But then I thought I didn't want to ruin a perfectly good stuffed animal. So everyone do that in your head. Today is about joy, happiness, and love.
There it goes.
And oxygen. Crank it up.
Crank it, crank it, crank it.
You guys stand up here like little bridesmaids?
Yeah.
Bring it on in, everyone.
Dawn says bring it on in.
Okay.
All right, smile. Everyone's taking your picture. All right, here we go. You've done this before. You've done this before. So welcome everybody to the recommitment ceremony for Dawne and Jim. A wedding is not the final step in a couple's relationship. Rather, it's the beginning of a grand adventure. Today, I'd like to thank you all for joining Dawne and Jim as they come together to renew and solidify that commitment they made to each other after their grand adventure of 36 years of marriage and almost 50 years of friendship. So normally a couple at their wedding, after they vow to commit to each other, will say, I do or we do. Today, they still do, so that's what they're going to say. Dawne and Jim, when you first joined hands and hearts in marriage 36 years ago, you did not know where your life would take you. You promised to love, honor, and cherish one another through all things. Life has surely brought you both wonderful blessings and difficult challenges over the years, Jody. But here you are today. And here you are today. All these years later, you have 2 children, 2 son-in-laws, 4 grandchildren, and 1 free gift with purchase bonus daughter-in-law. That's me. Having fulfilled the vows to love, honor, and cherish each other that you made on your wedding day. So as you celebrate here today, and as you reflect back over all those years as husband and wife, do you now wish to reaffirm the vows you took 36 years ago?
We do.
We still do.
Still do.
Dawne and Jim met at the age of 10 when Jim moved into the neighborhood, and they were married 12 years later. They are role models to us all in the way they treat each other, and even more importantly, their friends and family, with respect, fun, honesty, support, and love. It is evident in the way they always bring everyone together and keep everyone humble. It's also evident in the fun and shenanigans they have both had together with themselves and with you through all these years. From needing Jenna to pick them up at the ER after a drunken evening of debauchery on a boat, to hosting Easter egg hunts using alcohol nips instead of eggs, to enjoying a true bounty of free gardening delights from the Home Depot. You can ask them about that later. They have been a team through and through. I'd like to use this time now to ask any of you to share any fun stories of Dawne and Jim from their dating years to present day, so that we may share in their joy and friendship that they've cultivated through the years. Yes.
I recall my mother-in-law saying how Jim would see Dawn walking past the house, braless and no shoes, and he would be in the window or right out the door, tongue hanging out. So that I believe was the beginning.
Fantastic. And I hear there's a tale of makeup and bruising at the wedding. John, I think, had that tale.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. Hit his eye on the side of the bus on the way out or something, and he had a little black eye.
For the
We
wedding.
both did. So, wasn't anything too bad. Everybody was happy the next day.
I also recall heading to the wedding, and Dawn and I Dawn was in her gown and her pretty crown, and getting in Larry's car with big grease spot in the back seat. and it's always nice trying to keep a white wedding gown clean.
Yeah.
When you're sitting amongst the grease.
Larry had the freaking spare tire in the back seat.
They pulled the spare tire out for you.
Yeah, he made room room for us. Pull the tire out.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Jump right in.
Yeah, I was pissed.
Did you want to read a poem or say anything?
I want to add
Oh, Jim has a
If
story.
I can.
Jim has a story.
the Dawn walking by the house. Later, she convinced her brother Edgar to ride her on his motorcycle past the house. But Edgar, being Edgar, would stop in front of the house, make her get off the bike and rev it up. So
Do a wheelie,
Oh,
rev
really?
So you would know she had arrived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It was obvious.
Dump me right off the back of the bike all the time.
yeah.
Because he he probably wasn't registered for some reason why.
No
But
way.
then he would just scoot down. He scoot down Vincent, the other way around. So the cops would get him like, did that just to like dump me off in the street in front
Yeah.
of his house?
And all you see is that big Edgar smirk and the giggles. So
As he wheelies down,
Yeah.
way down the road.
I remember when Dawn beat that Mustang in her Cadillac.
Drag racing?
Yeah, right.
Drag
did.
race in the streets of Canton. Did you have your license?
Yeah, man.
She was
I
driving
did.
She was driving me to a concert and she wouldn't let me go in the car with you guys. And she like dropped me off at like Ozfest.
I went all the way down to, Remember I rented up
She wouldn't let me
Sarah?
drive with my friend. She was like, nope, I'll
Weren't you
drive
there?
to
Yeah, but they
Ozfest.
stole
Yeah.
our beer.
Oh, yeah,
And
Kevin
Justin.
Travis
Go ahead, tell the
I dropped
story.
you off at Ozfest. We sat in the park lot.
Ripped Jenna out of the house and took all our beer.
Yeah.
So that would be part of the challenges we talked about. So Jenna has a poem she would like to
I
read.
have a poem that my cousin Jackie wanted me to read. She couldn't be here today with us. She's up in Vermont, but she said that this is a poem that she reads in her yoga class, and it says, "To live in this world, you must be able to do three things: to love what is mortal, to hold it against your bones, knowing your own life depends on it, and when it comes time to let go, let it go." And that's by Mary Oliver.
Nice.
All right, we invite you to continue sharing stories at the party after. Dawn and Jim are now going to exchange renewed vows and rings with each other to reinforce their commitment of love in front of all of you, allowing their continued union to be sealed by the support and love of the most important people in their lives. That's you. So Dawn, I invite you to share your
Start.
vow.
Okay. Well, it's been a hell of a ride. A lot of goods and a lot of bads. We've stuck it through. And made it work. And I wouldn't have it any other way. You've been so good to me these, 3.5 years, 4 years of cancer, and anything. He's done everything and anything for me. Busted his ass at his jobs, and just so we'd have health insurance, and working 7 days a week sometimes. And yeah, it took away from the family, but that's kind of what we had to do to survive. So, and I greatly appreciate you for all of that. And I love you so much.
And Jim, I invite you to respond.
One thing I can say is I would never be the man that I am today if it wasn't for you. You've been the backbone, the cement to our family, our children, our grandchildren. You're the one that's always kept everybody together, try to get everybody going in the right direction. You've taught me how to pick up my clothes and put them in the hamper. You taught me to.
Jeff,
You've taught me how to vacuum.
again.
And she did it by buying a Dyson vacuum, and I said, "Why'd you spend all that money?" And she said, "Well, try it." And when you get to see the stuff going, it's like, then she's crying that I'm sorry. Then
No, this is your
she's crying that we're gonna need to have to replace the carpets because I won't stop doing it.
All the weird
She
spots.
always has her own way of trying to just make things right and help out.
We did the best we knew how to do.
Yeah. The first time I ever met Dawn, we were actually off of Vincent Road up on a hill. We dug out in the hill and we found this big metal thing we put over the top so it was an underground fort. And we're in there. It was me, Richie, Bobby Pag, and I think Walker. No, we were in there with Vero. But the curtain opened up and the light came in, and all I saw was Dawn's face. And I said to her, "I'm gonna marry you," and she punched me in the face. So
I did.
Sounds just about right.
and after that,
Little
the
chubby
chase
bubba.
was on. So finally, at some point, she just got sick of running and hiding and gave in. So,
Gave in.
but again, she's just been the backbone to this family, and you know, I'm just glad that we were always able to work through our highs, work through our lows, compromise, come to an admirable decision on things,
Right.
and stick together. So,
What we can do.
yeah, it was.
Do
And
the best you can. And be kind to each other.
yeah, so
I have a vow you can say to each other. All right. So you're going to repeat after me,
which one?
both of you.
Oh,
We're
okay.
going to do it together, as a team, as you've always done. Except you're going to say Dawn and she's going to say Jim. Dawn or Jim. Say your names.
Done and Jim.
On April 17th, 1981,
On April 17th, 1981,
I pledged my love and commitment to you.
I pledge my love and commitment to you.
Your turn. You are the person I wanted to share my life with.
You are the person that I wanted to share my life with.
I value our friendship beyond measure. It's your turn.
Oh,
I value our friendship
I value your love and friendship.
and have done everything in my power to ensure our happiness and well-being.
And I've done everything in my power to ensure our happiness and well-being.
You have been by my side as we created a family,
Been by my side since we created a family.
a home, and a life together.
And a home and a life together.
Today, in our 37th year as husband and wife,
Today in our 37th year,
husband and wife.
I renew my vows to you.
I renew my vows to.
I promise to encourage and inspire you,
I promise to
encourage,
encourage
you
and inspire,
and inspire you.
and I pledge my eternal love for you.
And I pledge my eternal
eternal
love
for
to you.
We are now going to exchange rings, just as we did back in 1981. Well, I didn't, I was 3.
Yeah.
And a half. So Elizabeth has volunteered to bring us the rings today. If you could bring those over. Can you open the box and show them? Awesome.
Ooh,
All right.
thank you.
Elizabeth, good
Thank
job.
you.
Good job.
The wedding band is a symbol of your love and friendship. Jim, since you were unable to wear one for so long because of your work, today I invite you to once again exchange these rings to solidify your commitment to each other. The circle of the band symbolizes eternal love, for it has no beginning and no end, and is therefore infinite. Traditionally, the wedding ring is worn on the 4th finger of the left hand because the vein in that finger is believed to lead directly to your heart. The ring's circle evokes a feeling of wholeness and homecoming, and today with these rings, you are once again coming home where you belong to each other. So Dawn, if you could please take Jim's ring and put it on his finger. And repeat after me, his finger.
What's my, which hand?
That's good. Okay, Jim,
Jim,
as I place this ring on your finger,
as I place this ring on your finger,
may it always remind you
may it always remind you
of my never-ending love and friendship for you.
of my never love, never friendship.
Wear it with joy,
Bear it with joy.
For our love has made me complete.
Our love has made us complete.
And Jim, that's Dawn's ring.
Yeah. And this ring is my mother's diamond ring from her wedding, because unfortunately I couldn't find mine.
That's all right. This
It's-
ring is
it's so-
beautiful.
it
This is a lovely ring.
Yeah.
All right, Dawn, your turn.
Dawn,
As I place this ring on your finger,
as I place this ring on your finger,
may it always remind you
may it always remind you
of my never-ending love
of my never-ending love
and friendship for you.
and friendship for you.
Wear it with joy,
Wear it with joy,
for our love has made me complete.
for our love has made me complete.
The ring vows that you just exchanged are especially heartfelt, for they are the same ring vows that Jenna and Brett said on their wedding day. May your love continue to be infinite and be an inspiration for us all. Jim, you may now once again kiss your bride. It is my honor and privilege to reintroduce to you in their ever-fulfilling relationship as husband and wife, Mr. and Mrs. Dawne and Jim Reynolds. Now we have cake and delicious treats. And share more stories because they're hilarious and we love them.
What time did you
Already here. All set. Yeah, so people just help yourself. There's
Yeah.
non-alcoholic drinks over here in the cooler, and there's some beer over there, and we're putting out some
Is
wine.
this my water?
Yes.
So,